Oh crap! Oh, no. I do that all the time. Hello there. I'm Scotty, and you're not, and I'm not alone in this review. We got hijacked.
Yes, it is me, the Groby.
About time you said something. They're playing a tennis.
Looks like Batman. Anyways.
That's not ABC. I was watching NBC last night. I don't know. I think that's gonna be a problem. So here's the story of a man named Brady. No, here's the story of what happened. Okay, so I filmed Are You Afraid of Dark Ghost Island. As I was recording that, I got a message from him. Are you going to watch the next Tease tonight?
It's like, I don't know.
I even say in the review, not now, Groby, I'm busy. And then he messaged me on Facebook towards the end of the video. I'm like, I told you not now.
I didn't get the message until...
It was afterwards that I messaged you, after I was done. And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, because Big LT's got some issues going on. And normally we'd meet on Friday. And he's still coming here on Friday to record the two horror movie reviews that we're going to do. But this is an impromptu special guest video. But I said I need to do... I'm going to do one more. I probably still do another one after he leaves, but...
Dude, no. Anyways,
you know, his face, but God help us underneath. I think I would say that. Anyway, if I get a strike one more time, I'm going to turn the TV off. But, anyway, so I put in The Haunted Mansion, which is the review du jour. So I'd only seen this twice before. This is my third time.
it's been years since I've seen it, so...
I watched it when it first came out at my grandma's house, because there was a point my grandma would rent new movies that come out and we'd watch them together. And then I watched it with my son a few years ago, I think. But I never reviewed it. So the story of The Haunted Mansion is that Eddie Murphy plays a real estate agent who is lured into this mansion to sell it, but it turns out that the owner of the house has ulterior motives. And so I'll admit that I was confused watching this, because I've watched the fan description on Channel Awesome that they did of this so many times that I got the stories confused, because I was waiting for certain aspects of their version to pop up. I'm like, wait, no, didn't this happen? No, because I was thinking of their version, not the version that's on here. And I'll tell you, to me, this movie is not bad. Fanscription is better. So I'm going to plug another channel and say go watch their fanscription on Channel Awesome that they did, because that's actually pretty good. But this is not bad. Some of the CGI,
it dated badly.
Yeah, but there's something like that, like the singing heads, while they're annoying, the moving of the heads is not bad. The Madame Leota, Jennifer Tilly's character, she's all right. She's really concealed in a crystal ball, though. And, like, the effects of them being ghosts is all right. It reminds me of the Scooby-Doo, the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. That, you know, they have sort of that look. Or even the 2016 Ghostbusters reboot with the women, which I still say is not as bad as people say it is.
I actually agree with the Scotty on that one. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It could have been a little bit better, but...
I mean, I even watched it with my son, and while they didn't get the queef jokes, you know, he just thought it was a fart. So, you know. But,
well,
yeah. My son is one of those kids that never asks questions, so I never got the, how do you fart from the front? Never mind.
Don't worry about it. But I do have a theory about that one, though. The granddaughter of Egon, I think she is actually the one tech person.
I was talking about the all-female reboot.
Yeah. I'm getting to that one.
You think she's gonna grow up to be Ghost Girl?
The techie from
Kristen Wiig. Oh, you think she'd be Holtzman? Freaking
No.
Kate McKinnon's character?
The
Do you think she's
granddaughter-
Kristen Wiig?
The blonde girl with the glasses from the All Women Ghostbusters.
That is Holtzman. That's Kate McKinnon's character. You're talking about. Hold on a minute, folks. You stay there. I bring it. Someone needs to be on camera. I usually pause it, but since you're
Yes.
here, hell are you?
I'm right here.
Not you.
Wee.
You
Wee.
dumbass. Turn on the light. You have to steal my chair every time. Get your ass. Her, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. You think that smart ass Phoebe or smart Phoebe grows up to be that?
Yeah. It seems plausible. Should have changed her name.
Nah. First of all, this is 2016. That takes place in whatever year it came out, 2021, whenever it came out.
It's just a good movie though.
Yeah, but like I said, this is what I'm talking about. I don't think it's as bad as people say.
It's not.
But anyway, back to this thing. So, Eddie Murphy, well, he's doing his hardest to perform. He comes off as someone who is hysterical in this situation. I would be kind of in that way too. Although, you know, as a horror fan, I think it'd be more like the Son, because the Son, smartest character in the movie. As soon as something happens, he's like, no, I'm out. But if the sister brings back one, no, he's smart. And even later, when he's like, no, smartest character in the damn movie. I tell you right there. It's weird. Like, she does get to do her British accent towards the end when she's a different character. But Marsha Thomason with an American accent, it just sounds. It's weird when you watch an actor, you know that they're not American. And then an American accent comes out of their mouth, and it's just like,
What?
it seems, it's off, you know? It's just off-putting. Yeah, but, you got Terrence Stamp here, who is connected to my recent reviews because he was Jor-El on Smallville. He was also Zod in the original Superman movies, the first two. Yes.
The old man.
Old man.
Tell me about the butler.
The butler, yeah, the butler.
The butler was a douche.
Yeah. Well, he is the villain. It is Terrence Stamp playing those characters. He plays those kind of characters.
But he is a good actor. Don't get me wrong.
He's also in I had it sitting out. Here. He's in a tuxedo. He's the bad guy in a tuxedo. He's the villain in a tuxedo. So it's all blurry. This is one my grandma printed off for me because I got this from Hy-Vee and it had no case. So she did the cover for me. It's all blurry because it's like there's something she printed off the internet. In fact, I think this is like the British release or something. It says above. But yeah, I remember him being the villain in that movie. Not a bad movie either. It's one of those, let's put Jackie Chan in a movie and wacky stuff happens to
I
him.
remember the old man from the Haunted Mansion being in a tuxedo.
You use a phone.
My phone's right here.
Use a phone. Look it up. I swear he's the bad guy in that. He's the one that wants to get rid of all the water. I swear. Although those who question my movie knowledge quickly learn not to. So let's find out, shall we? Anyway, I'll move on a little bit. The main bad guy, that Barkley, whatever his name is. The main bad guy in this movie, he's not really the bad guy though. The master, you know, he's set up like you think he's gonna be the bad guy in Edgefield. The butler did it, which is a cliche. Even Eddie Murphy comes out, really? The butler did it, you know? But he's all right. I thought he was the Dracula from Van Helsing, Richard Roxburgh, but it's not him. It is someone who looks like him.
Anything about him? Teacher?
What? Colin Mockery. I swear. Jason Isaacs. What am I thinking of the Terrence Stamp was in? Hold on. Go Wikipedia here.
You're at Google. Oh, you're looking.
Terrence Stamp. What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? Filmography. He's got a whole bunch of shit. Go all the way down. Too far. He's in the Yes Man. That's what.
Yes, he was the inspirational person in Yes Man. General...
He was in Get Smart. He was Siegfried. I don't, being a Get Smart fan, I don't know if him being Siegfried was necessarily good. Full frontal. Star Wars thing.
Yeah, he was the Chancellor.
Yeah. Maybe I was thinking it would pop up around here because that was 2005 movie and the only one used Elektra. He was Stick. Yeah.
The blind guy.
I barely remember that movie anyway. I reviewed it. If you want to look at that review, but that I don't know. Don't watch the movie.
I didn't watch the movie. I've seen clips, but not the whole movie.
So maybe I'm thinking
different person.
Yeah. The thing I thought, like I said, I thought the villain, I thought that the master was played by Richard Roxburgh, who is in Van Helsing, but it's not. Although they do look similar. Even at the end, when he comes out in his little wedding suit, he's like, "I see why I thought he was Dracula."
The master from the movie, he actually played in Stardust as Tristan Dunce's father.
I've never seen that.
It's a good movie.
Is that the one with Robert De Niro?
Yes, Robert De Niro and the one weird corset thing doing a little dance.
Yeah, I think you showed me that. Yeah.
You want to look Robert De Niro as funny and out of place? Watch Stardust and that scene.
You want Robert De Niro being funny and not funny, but being out of place? Watch Dirty Grandpa.
Well, you're not wrong.
That movie. To see, I took. My friend Brandon, he's like, he gave me 2 movies. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates and Dirty Grandpa. Ironically, both starring Zac Efron. He says, they're good movies. And I bought them from Walmart and I watched them and I went,
the fuck?
Sure. Anyway, back to this. So the plot revolves around, we find out that Marsha Thomason's character, the wife, she resembles the girlfriend of the master guy.
Pretty much the body was reincarnated.
Reincarnation, whatever. And the whole plan is to get them together. So when it's revealed that the butler did it, of course, it's not a big surprise because it's Terrence Stamp anyway, but
it's a cliche.
Yeah, they go through this. It's like a mystery thing, trying to solve things. They have to go get a key from this crypt, and then you got
the trunk.
The trunk. Well, yeah, but no, they when they go to get a key from the crypt, they call them zombies, but they're just skeletons.
There's barely any flesh on them.
To me, that's not zombies. That's just, as James H. Neath would say, bastard skellies. That's what they are. They're bastard skellies, and they chase them around. They have to do this thing because earlier. There's a big ass spider. We're gonna talk about the language of this movie in a minute. But there's a big ass spider on the kid's window, and he's afraid to hit it. The daughter comes in, just whacks it, and then and so they just have a whole bunch of spiders. Of course, they gotta call back to that, and of course, she's gotta, Now I'm afraid of bugs, but I have killed spiders before. I had 3 spiders in my bedroom. There was one time I went in, and there was 2 spiders, so I killed them with my Despicable Me DVDs. And then I come back in later, there's another one. Like, son of a bitch. And they got my group. They spoke with me. I don't know, it worked the first 2 times. But,
heights for me.
Heights. I have a fear of heights. The dark. It's more of, it's not the dark itself, but it's what you can't see in the dark. Like, you're in the dark, you don't know what's there. It's what could be in the dark. It's the fear of not knowing what else is there.
Yeah, when it's dark out, you see a chair that's had a bunch of clothes on it. You think it's something else in the dark, but it's actually just clothes.
In fact, I don't know if I was recording it. I might have. I don't know if I saved the video though, but I remember there was one time that I was sitting here doing something. Maybe I wasn't recording, but I was sitting here doing something. Maybe I was working on something, writing up something. The power went out, and I went, whoop! I was like Hollywood Montrose from the mannequin movie. I was like, whoop! Because it was just dark, and I was like, okay. But then it flickered back on again. Hate it when the power does that, but I'd rather be that than just stay dark. Yeah, because I had a dream one time. It's a really weird dream. It actually would go along with something like this movie, so I kind of tell the story. It was a dream that I woke up and like there was no power anywhere, and I go out into the hallway. I'm like, what? I'm looking around, and there's no one there, and I turn back around my apartment, there's something there, and then I'm like, son of a bitch. Wake up. I hate those kind of dreams, man. And then last night I had a similar one. I'm like, I caught myself. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm dreaming because I'm walking. Okay, I know I'm dreaming. And I open the door, but the lights are on in the hallway. And so it's good. I think it's because I realized I was dreaming that I think I took control. But yeah, so it's like a quest. They get this key. I'm sorry I keep going off on tangents, but if you watch my videos, you're used to that by now. This is probably more than usual, but his fault.
No, get it right. It's Pez's fault.
Anyway,
we'll put you in the freezer later.
I don't know if I have room. So they had to get the key. They attack by the bastard skellies. They get the key. They go back. They hope it's not to a door like he thought it's to a trunk. Then they figure out the truth because they tell him at the beginning the story that is told to. I think it's only told to the wife. I don't think he ever.
Yeah, it is only told.
It's only told to the wife, and yet they're somehow surprised when they read the letter. Maybe there's a deleted scene, but it's told to the wife that.
Although the kids did see the picture in the attic.
Yeah, that the Elizabeth. This is not Pirates of the Caribbean, although with some of the things in here you could, but. Elizabeth had killed herself because she didn't want to marry the master.
Spoiler.
Yeah. I do spoilers in my movies. It'll be in the thing.
Spoilers will beware.
Yeah, they already know that. I put it in the title, so.
But in reality, she did want to marry him.
So yeah, the spoiler is that they find a note. She actually didn't want to marry him. Butler did it, poisoned her. And then they go to, okay, so I have an issue here. So she's basically forced into marrying him again because he fully believes that this is his reincarnated Elizabeth and not Sarah. There's a point that the kids are locked in the trunk by the butler, and then he throws Eddie Murphy outside and lands on the car. First of all,
he didn't officially land on the car at first. He landed on top of like the greenhouse.
Oh. But wait, greenhouse is made of glass, and you should have went through it. I know. I watched. I still know what you did that summer. Brandon went right through that thing. Anyway,
maybe not enough force.
The force. Hey, he was in Star Wars. Not Eddie Murphy. Terrence Stamp.
God, that would have been.
I would like to see Eddie Murphy as Mace Windu.
Maybe someone else. But Mace Windu is more serious. Eddie Murphy's more.
Liam Neeson's like, I want to train this boy. Train this boy? What the hell you mean train this boy? We ain't training this boy. Where the hell you get? You found it on some sand ass planet? You think we're gonna train this boy? Come on, you think you're gonna bring him in here? We're gonna train this boy? Get the hell out of here with your train this boy.
Although it would have been funny, but
I love watching. I mean, I don't necessarily love the prequels, but I love watching Samuel L. Jackson in the prequels. Because you know that he's sitting there. He's trying to be calm, but it's not Samuel Jackson's way. So he's probably, in his head, he's doing his lines like, the Sith cannot be trusted. In his head, motherfucker, 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 motherfucker. Just keeping in his head.
And he's also excited because he gets to talk to Yoda, and he gets a lightsaber.
Anyway,
But anyways.
So, yeah, he gets back into the house, but I did kind of like this. He has this thing, and he's trying to smash the windows, but the windows keep repairing themselves.
It's like,
and no. I'm like, And I'm sitting there, and
like
again, I haven't watched this in a while. I'm sitting there, and I don't say it out loud, but I'm thinking, use the car. And sure enough, first of all,
hang on.
Madame Leota just rolls on out there. How the hell did she get out of the house? She was all the way up in the attic. Did she jump out the window too? But she's there, and she talks him into using the car. He straps her in with like a pillow or something, a cushion.
A cushion
and
a
seatbelt.
seatbelt.
And he's like, hold on. She's like, with what?
To what?
I did like that.
That was funny.
He didn't realize it was Jennifer Tilly until I said something.
I had to look it up. I was like,
Yeah.
wait. Huh. You learn something new every day.
So he busts through. Now, I don't know how there's like a singular hole on his driver's side window. I don't know how the hell that came from, but he comes in to save the day. Now, as he comes, they're like, oh, dude, is there anything to say, objection? And she puts it up to her lips, but does not take a drink. I'm pointing it out. She does not take a drink. And he comes in, yeah, I got an objection. So he comes in, they tell him the whole thing, they show him the letter. Terrence Stamp is now the big bad guy. And then, for some reason, just gets dragged.
He gets straight to hell.
I don't understand where that comes from. It comes out of nowhere. He's just like, damn you to hell. And this big fire dragon comes out, grabs him. He grabs Eddie Murphy for some reason. And then the master saves him. Which, by the way, he's a ghost. I don't know. I never understand rules with ghost movies. Sometimes it's earlier when he goes to punch the butler, it goes right through him. Yet he can grab him and pull him up. I don't know. I know. I've seen the Ghost with Patrick Swayze. I know there's a way to do it. But they explain the rules in that movie. They don't always explain it in other movies.
They have to focus.
Yeah, he did the penny.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like, I don't know. But then, all of a sudden, Sarah falls down and it says the poison. And I'm sitting going,
She didn't drink any.
It's like this. She goes like this and then puts it down. She does not sip.
Almost.
Yeah.
But not
But
quite.
they do this so that this... Okay, so we gotta go back because the kids were following this glowy bow of light thing, which I already figured out was probably gonna... No, I've seen this before, but again, I remember most of that. I figured it was gonna be her. Ends up being the spirit of Elizabeth, who for some reason can only show up in a ghost ball and then only can show up at herself during and after she takes over Sarah's body. And then you get Marshall Thomas's actual British voice. And then it was funny because they start kissing, and I'm like,
it's not really your mouth. He's not really kissing you.
It's not really kissing your mouth. But then I'm sitting there, if I was a movie, like, hey man, that's my wife. Hey man, that's still my wife. But like, yeah. And so then everything's happy ever after. They got the annoying freaking singing things. That thing was annoying. I'm sorry. Every time they sing something, or every time they gotta sing it. I'm like, eventually, like it doesn't. That scene doesn't add anything. They just find the crypt anyway.
And that bridge at the end. I don't think there's any bridge out there that's that long.
Maybe don't know.
Maybe.
The only thing I compared it to is the opening of Full House with the Golden Gate Bridge, but I don't know. But so yeah, they get a deed to the house, and they don't. Again, I was thinking, I'm not going to spoil the ending of that, but I was thinking of the ending to the fanscription version, and I'm like, well, don't they do this? And like, no, that's the, because I get confused. But yeah. So I want to talk about the language in this movie. Hold on, what rating is this? Because there's a lot of language that parents would PG. The sound. With the language in this movie, you think it came out in the 90s, man. Like, he says, like, ass. And he almost says shit. He's like, oh, shit. And then it cuts off.
Disney.
Yeah, but there is where it's like, there's less swearing in Pirates of the Caribbean, and those are PG-13. I mean...
You'd think it's reversed.
Yeah. I think maybe it's PG-13 for the violence and the action, the swashbuckling stuff, but I don't know. There's a lot of things, mostly from Eddie Murphy, of course.
Always. It's always.
Which I feel.
I will.
I feel like that most of that was ad-lib, and it's like, oh, it's Eddie Murphy, we got to keep it in. But it's PG. It's fine. Wait, now it says NBC. I'm confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it a middle of the road. I liked it, but they could have been better. And like I said, the fanscription was better. Go check that out. But What do you think?
That's probably in the middle.
You're like a middle of the road, or you think it's okay? So I gotta tell my thing. So the best for me, if it's the best, is a To the Moon. The next level is pretty good. Took that from Larry David. Next is Middle of the Road. Under that is Not Worth Your Time. And then bottom of the barrel, worst, is Fry in Hell.
I would say in between middle of the road and Not Worth the Time.
Okay, so that would be a low middle of the road then, that I would say. It's just at the tip of Not Worth Your Time.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more, and we're gonna. Yeah. I knew what it was. There's fun elements. I've heard people say the new one's worse. I don't know.
I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say it.
I haven't either. But yeah. So, what are your thoughts on Haunted Mansion? Brain fart. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty.
I've been the Groby.
And I'll see you in the next one.
See ya.